So my guy, the Dern, was watching Chat Sports. I don't watch them. I don't watch anybody from Chat Sports. Is it too soon? Too soon, y'all? Um, and they had a trade scenario. Now, Chat Sports is pretty big, pretty big. They're like the biggest. They're a bunch of clowns, though. Everyone there is a clown. They like to prostitute themselves out for money and things like that. But anyway, so we're talking about, they brought up a trade scenario, and I wanted to know what you guys think of it. It is for your Detroit Lions to go from 6 via the Matthew Stafford trade, that pick at 6, they go back to 16, okay? So that's one. That's one. They go from 6 to 16, okay? And in doing so, here is the compensation for that. They get pick 16. They then get, meaning the Detroit Lions, Washington gets pick 6. The Detroit Lions get pick 16. They get pick 47. And they get defensive end Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat. I want to say he came out in 2019. If I'm not mistaken, he came out the same draft as TJ Hawkinson. I can't remember if he was late first, early second. So that would give us, we would drop from 6 to 16. We would have pick 47. We would have pick 48 of our own. And then we would turn around and pick 55. Robin's Nest says to the Naw, too much money after this year, rent a player. So Montez Sweat is going on year 5. Montez Sweat is going on year 5. So you would basically gain an extra second round pick to now have 3. You would get a player that you rented, barring that you didn't extend him. Nick says, give us a future first. They can keep Sweat. Fearless says, wouldn't be opposed to that. Fresh and Fly, you read my mind. Robin says, I'm with Nick. So for them to drop down 10 spots, that might be worth the first round pick. But I am going to look up Montez's Sweat stats to see what we're working with in that regard. He has been in the league for 4 years. He's going on his 5th year. So he was drafted the year before Chase, the year before Jeff. All right, so in his career, now this is just a hypothetical. He's played all 4 seasons with Washington. He's played 16 games. He got injured in 2021 and missed 7 games, played all 17 games in 2022. Stats are as follows. He had 46 total tackles, 27 solo. He had 8 sacks, no forced fumbles, no recoveries, no INTs. He had 8 sacks, though. Nick says he's okay, he's not special. I think that's why he's thrown in there. I don't want to go down that far, says Braylon. So let's just hypothetically say that we did that we dropped down. Here's who Tankathon would have us taking. Jalen Carter at 6. So we would miss out on Jalen Carter, Will Levis, Christian Gonzalez, Paris Johnson, Devin Witherspoon, Peter Skoronski, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Broderick Jones, Lucas Van Ness, and Nolan Smith. Then we would have to take Joey Porter Jr., Darnell Wright. Miles Murphy would still be available, Deontay Banks, Kalijah Kancey. Bijan Robinson would still be there as well. Now, if we drafted, now let's add some flair to this. Let's add some flair. We trade from 6 to 16. We get everything that I mentioned. We get pick number 47, Montez Sweat. And we took Bijan Robinson at 16. How would y'all feel? How would y'all feel? That's a lot to drop down, especially if there's a guy that you absolutely want. That's a tough sale. That's a tough sale. Now, if you put in, what if you added Chase Young? Chase Young over Sweat. And you would y'all still want a first round pick? I don't know. That's a tough one. That is a tough one, man, because Brad Holmes Here's why I think that this is intriguing. Any type of trade down scenario is intriguing. Braylon says I'm a little 50-50 on that. Here's why I think a trade down is intriguing. The Detroit Lions are in a position to do more than you think they are this year. I keep telling y'all, man, the rebuild is over. The rebuild is over, y'all. We're not going to be talking about this year 3 of a rebuild. If we were to pick up extra picks in this year's draft, that would put us over the top, in my opinion. Commanders say they are rolling with Sam Howell this year, so they aren't trading up for a QB. That is 100% facts. I saw that yesterday. I'd rather just stick with our first-round pick, says Fearless. Daryl says Robinson is going to be a beast. That's true. I think Gibbs going to be solid too. But let me know in the comments below, man. In the comments below, does any one of these scenarios sound like something you would do? Is there something you would add or take away to take this scenario? Let me know in the comments below.